All right, I think we are live. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. Welcome to the Game Week 22 team selection stream. My name is Ryan, and hope you are all having a good day. Unfortunately, another week, another disappointing red arrow, and it's kind of continuing like this. I don't know when it's actually going to end, to be honest. But here we are with another red arrow. So hopefully, upcoming Game Week 22, things might change. Captaincy was, I guess, the deciding point in terms of me between a red arrow versus a green. Unfortunately, went and captain Bruno Fernandes. Probably the last time I will ever captain a Manchester United player, and for this season. So I'm not going to do that again. Obviously, he still managed to outscore Salah, but I should have probably gone with either Palmer or Isak, to be honest. If I went with either, I probably would have had a green arrow, to be honest. But it is what it is. Defenders were disappointing. Double Arsenal defense was disappointing. Jackson as well. I said this before, like I told in the last team selection stream, that Jackson and Rhea were on fraud watch, and they have been removed from my team effective immediately, and the guy on the thumbnail has made it into the team. Yogesh, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Season is long. You can turn it around. I hope so. We still have a, like I said, season is long. We still have quite a few game mix doubles and everything to come. I still, apart from my wild card, I haven't played a single chip. So few weeks to turn it around. Hopefully, top 100k. I don't know. Is it possible? We'll have to wait and see. But I think it might be. Where how far am I? I'm going to have to do. I'll have to take like captaincy punts like I did with the Bruno Fernandes. Unfortunately, that one didn't work. But trying getting 129 points still doable. But I need to take captaincy punts here and there whenever possible. And this week is another captaincy punt potentially. Now, obviously, I said Jackson and Rhea are gone. They were on fraud watch. They disappointed again. Both have been sold for Nottingham Forest duo. I finally got Chris Wood. I've got Cells as well in. So I've got both of them in ahead of Southampton at home. Palmer is the one with the armband for this week. Taking on Salah again this week because it's Brentford away. We're going to take on Salah again. We'll see how it goes. And wow, just me here. Uh, yeah, because I probably didn't give enough notice to most of my subscribers because the thing is, I because of traveling and everything, my streams until I get back to Australia are going to be what do you call? They're all going to be like spontaneous. So it's going to be here and there whenever possible. I rage transferred Bruno to Elanga last night. Fair enough. Honestly, I can't blame you. I'm going to stick with my plan on Bruno. Basically, Bruno gets one more week against Brighton this week, and then I am looking to bring in Brian Embuemo. That's my current plan. So I used out of the three free transfers, I used two. I got one more. I'm still saving up that one for the Liverpool player. Come the double in 24. But I think Embuemo ahead of Palace maybe might be the play for me. Unless I don't know who else to go and get. Ahmad has been doing really well. Honestly, should have just gone with Ahmad to be honest. But I went with Bruno Fernandes and got disappointed as usual. Um, the other options are, I think, yeah, I might go with Embuemo. I'll downgrade Bruno to Embuemo. And ahead of the double game week in 24 for Liverpool, I will bring most likely Gakpo for Joe Pedro. So Joe Pedro will leave in 24. I will bring in Cody Gakpo for 24 and potentially keeping for 25 before maybe deciding to bring Joe Pedro back again in um, 26 against Southampton, potentially. Maybe. Depending on how the blank game week 29 and everything goes as well. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, because I removed Jackson and Rhea, it gave me enough cash, as you can see, 2.7 in the bank, to be able to do Joe Pedro to Gakpo straight away. So once I do Bruno Fernandes to Embuemo as well, that'll free up a bit more cash as well, to be honest. Yeah, things are looking okay at the moment. Bruno feels perma keep, good move. Boomer? Yeah, Brian Bro. Yeah, he does feel like a perma move to try and get. He's doing so well that I'm like happy. Once I get him in, I think I'll be happy with my midfield five to be honest. Morgan Rogers, Palmer, Salah, Bruno, Brian Mbeumo, and Gordon. I think I'll be happy with all of them. To be honest, I could even potentially look to get Mbeumo in this week against Liverpool at home. But I'll keep Bruno Fernandes for one more week. But yeah, after this week he's gone. Tiger, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are things going? How did the game week go, Tiger? I think you had Ahmad, didn't you, Tiger? So I'm sure you had a really good game week, essentially. Anyone who had Ahmad Diallo had a really good game week, I think. Because 20 pointer is no joke. Yeah, that's my week. And sorry, bench, unfortunately. Colville, man, why do I have Colville? He's another one on fraud watch. Chelsea defense in general is on fraud watch. So Colville won't be playing this week. He'll be on the bench. Gabriel Hall and Robinson will be lining up this week. Obviously, Robinson and Hall have been like the best value defenders I've owned in FPL this season. Joseph, good morning to you and chat 8 a.m. UK. Okay, so that means I timed it at a decent time in the UK. It's only going to be a short stream. We won't go for the usual 1 hour. Might be only a half an hour stream. But I'll try and answer everyone's questions. If you want me to look at teams as well, I've got the league up. Just tell me where you guys want me to, like where you're in the league. I can bring the teams up as well. Obviously, Joseph, 93 points. We Ahmad Diallo, 20. Isak, Chris Wood, Palmer Cap, Rogers, Konsa. Living the dream. Living the dream. Unfortunately, on the benchings of the goalkeepers and Dan Burn, but incredible. Top 2K for Joseph as well. Go on, Joseph. Get into that top 1K if possible. Living the dream. Well done. Tiger got 66. Not too bad. Not too bad, I would say. I sent you a message. Okay, let me see. This is with the new team. By the way, now deadline stream tomorrow. Can don't know if I will be able to do deadline stream. At least I don't think we'll be able to do a deadline stream at the usual deadline time. So it would be a way earlier deadline stream if we were to do it as well. So just letting everyone know, anyone who's watching back as well, deadline stream will probably be at a way earlier time if I was to do one. Stay tuned, obviously. I'll give you guys a couple hours advance notice in terms of the timing of that as well. 197, didn't I say 4 weeks ago? Ahmad and Robinson are for life, not just for Christmas. Yep, fair enough. How come you are doing a live stream now? It's because of traveling and everything, things like the stream timing and all, what my schedule is and like I'm available, not available, stuff like that. I found some time during the day just now to be able to like do the stream now. So I was like, okay, I'll do it now because if I do it later, it'll be way too late for the crowd in Australia. So and then it's just like, yeah, I thought I'll do it now because it's a decent time for Asia, good time in the morning in the UK, and a decent time for Australian crowd as well. So I was like, okay, everything matches. Unfortunately, US crowd I do miss because the time zones just don't match, sadly. Alright, so let's bring Tiger's team up. 197. Mrs. got 71. That's a pretty good score as well, I would say. So Tiger. Here we go. So Verbruggen, Kirkes, Hall, Pedro Porro, Palmer, Jacob Murphy, Salah, Embuemo, Luis Diaz, Pedro, and Isak. Well done with the Isak captaincy, Tiger. What will you change? I think for your team. What are you planning on doing, Tiger? Have you made any moves already? Was looking at YouTube and was surprised this is a good time. Fair enough. Have you made any moves in terms of your teams? Oh, I've got. Okay, so this is how your team is going to look like. So you've gone and I think you made some moves. You've gone and got Chris Wood in for Cunha. Do you only have one free transfer, Tiger? Defense is fine. Goalkeeper, yep. Midfield. Luis Diaz is the only one that's like continues to be a bit of a pain, but I don't know what to actually do with him. Send your message. I've got your message. I've got your message. This is a team, right? Only one, but yeah, okay. Okay, so the team is fine. Chris Wood is a good move in. I don't mind it actually. Fixture as well against Southampton. So it should be a good option. Uh, Mrs. is 205 in the group. Alright, let's play. Amad Diallo, Joseph with Amad Diallo points. I'm wondering, like, I don't mind going and getting Ahmad. Maybe when thing is, oops, what did I do? I opened her team, but like I lost the league, I think. The thing with Ahmad Diallo, or even United players in general, like if I was to go and get Ahmad in, for example, now I'm selling Bruno Fernandes after Game Week 23 to Brian Mbeumo. The only time I could think of getting Ahmad Diallo back in, let's say Ahmad instead of Bruno, would be Game Week 26, where they have Everton and then Ipswich, but then they have Arsenal after that. And they have Leicester 29. Yeah, Game Week 26 might be the other entry point. So that might tie in well with Aston Villa, where Morgan Rogers has Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Brentford, Liverpool, Aston, and then Brighton. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe in Game Week 26, I might get Ahmad instead, potentially, but we'll see. Home, good morning to you. How are you doing? And this is the Tigers business, who had six Robinson and Hall and Gordon, Salah, Palmer, Ahmad, well played. Chris Wood, back on the bench. Why? No. Why? Oh, what could have been? What could have been? Isak on the bench. They had a really good game week. I would tell her to start Isak, by the way. And obviously bench. Actually, you know what? I might even bench. Oh, I don't know who to bench because I would start both your Forest defenders this week. I'd probably bench. You know, I might even potentially bench Gabriel. No joke. I'll probably bench Gabriel and all maybe start Milenkovic, Robinson, and Ahmad. 3-4-3. No, would you play 3-4-3? Oh no, you can actually play 4-4-2. Start Isak and just bench one of Gabriel or Hall. Sitting up in bed, hair everywhere, sipping a nice early morning coffee. Nice. I was thinking of getting rid of Joe Pedro. You can do that, yes, but I would recommend for Cody Gakpo ahead of the double game week in 24. That's the move that if you wanted to remove Joe Pedro, I would target the double game week. But you don't need to do it this week. Your team looks okay at the moment. How come saw your Fulham bench painful? Oh yes. Remember, that's Holmes' Fulham bench is partially to blame for me as well, like my blame. I think I did mention Iwobi. Honestly, so funny that before week, both Iwobi and Semenyo hardly did anything. So before the game week started, it still made sense to bench them because they had hardly done anything. Then they go and score the way they score. Ah, is what it is. Uh, keep my team as it is. Uh, Yeah, I mean the only one I don't like honestly is Luis Diaz because I don't know, like I look at Luis Diaz and I go, this guy's minutes aren't that great. But then again, get decent minutes, but just not like good enough minutes compared to like Anthony Gordon, um, and Jacob Murphy already. Even compared to like Ahmad Diallo or Morgan Rogers, like Luis Diaz's minutes aren't that great. That's the only player that I look. But then with the double upcoming, you have to make a decision on that. In the top take home, starting to think how high can I really get go on and win it. There are a couple of you who are thinking of winning it. Disgusting is one. Joseph is in second. Come on, come on. The higher you guys get, the better for the league. So keep going, keep going. And I do a minus. To get Cody Gakpo in, maybe not. Not a away game. Probably when they have a home game. So not needed for this week. This week your team is okay. I mean, what would I even do? I won't even be surprised of starting Joe Pedro ahead of Jacob Murphy. Nah, Jacob Murphy's at home. Honestly, keep the team as it is. Keep the team as it. Um, Chalaba is going to Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. Trevor Chalaba. Chelsea are looking to or have recalled him, if I'm not mistaken. So he's not going to be a Crystal Palace player anymore. Tiger, just gonna let you know. I think gonna be back in Chelsea colours. Playing, not praying. Keep praying the same way. Playing, yeah. Fair enough. Get rid of Diaz. No, like the thing is, the only one I can suggest. Well, who would you? You could probably get a Nottingham Forest player like a Anthony Elanga. You could actually do that if you wanted to, like a -4 Elanga, Luis Diaz to Elanga. But that call I will leave up to you. If you were to do Luis Diaz to Elanga, maybe later down the line you could do Jacob Murphy to Anthony Gordon potentially. But like yeah, Luis Diaz to Elanga could be an option. That would potentially give you enough of cash as well. Oh, you probably already have enough cash, don't you? I think. I don't know. You did like Luis Diaz to Elanga. It probably gives you enough cash to do like Joe Pedro to. Sorry. Gives you enough cash to do Joe Pedro to Cody Gakpo. I'm glad you got Chalaba in. Oh no. You better hope when he goes to Chelsea he starts playing. But it's not an important transfer to make in just yet. I mean, like a important transfer out. To be honest, your chances of you starting him is very. What's this? Oh, what the hell, guys? Just seen some breaking news. I'm gonna bring it up for you guys. Absolute breaking news just now. I don't even understand this. What in the world? I'm gonna send this to what? 9.5 year contract. How much is he being paid behind the scenes? Wow, that is madness. That's a crazy contract. 9.5 years. That's insane. Oh well. I wonder why they did this. Uh, any exit clauses or previous terms are removed. That means any clubs that were supposed to come in with like a different deal amongst most lucrative deals in sporting history. So he must have been given like a massive, like if we get relegated or fined by the Premier League, something happens, he's gonna get this thing. Either that or City are looking to FFP. I don't even know. I don't even know how they'll do 9.5 years. Anyways, that's just a crazy deal. Okay. Anyways, forget that. Anyone else? Leagues, teams. He must be feeling so messed around. Alaba, yeah. Put him out on loan, bring him back, then rinse and repeat. That's basically what Chelsea do, right, with their academy players, and then they just sell them off later for profit to balance the books in terms of FFP and PSR. Um, okay, now for Combs' benefit and for anyone who's listening as well and just joined, tomorrow's deadline stream. Um, it might not necessarily be at, like, how we usually do 2 hours before the deadline. It probably won't be that. Might be even way earlier than that. Um, so stay tuned tomorrow. Keep your notifications on to get notified when I go live. I'll let you guys know tomorrow what exact time I can, if I can do a deadline stream. I'm not guaranteed to do one as well. I'll have to depend on like availability and all of that. So we'll see how it goes. Um, but that is kind of why I did a stream today for the team selection, just to answer any questions that I can. Obviously, we couldn't answer everyone's, so we'll see how we go tomorrow's deadline. Um, and obviously, if anyone else has any further questions as well after this, if you're watching, listening, let me know. Becky, good day. How are you doing? Will be listening to the stream as I work. Thanks for the pointers on Elanga. No worries, Becky. You did the Elanga move, didn't you? Hopefully. Uh, good returns for that. How much did Elanga get? Good assist, right? So that's not too bad. 7 pointers. Pretty good. Alright. So I think team wise, again, just to repeat everyone. Uh, basically, like I said in the last team selection, I mentioned about fraud watch in terms of Rhea and Jackson. Now Jackson keeps getting. The thing is, this is the thing. Jackson keeps getting chances, and every content creator tell you gonna keep getting chances. He's looking good. He's gonna be a good option to keep continuously for the next couple of games, and that would be accurate to an extent, yes, because their fixtures are amazing, to be honest, until game week 28. So I see a reason for keeping Jackson as well. But at the same time, there's this opportunity cost that I keep missing out on by keeping Jackson. That is, like, look at Chris Wood. The last 3 game weeks, Chris Wood has had 29 points. The last 3 game weeks alone. That's like opportunity cost that I basically, like, the points I lost. Jackson has had 7. So by like continues to keep Jackson, I never had the chance to go and get like a Chris Wood or even have the ability to upgrade Joe Pedro later to like a Cody Gakpo. So it depends on your budget and everything whether you want to keep players like that. Whole rare as well, because I kept yapping about not being good value. I went and got in else. So I've got 2 Forest players against Southampton. I have one more free transfer which I'll use next week for Bruno Fernandes to Brian Mbeumo in game week 20. That's my plan moves basically. Uh, um, I only got 5 free transfers, so I swapped out Pedro and Iwobi for Wood and Elanga. Target Southampton is goal. What's the breaking news? The breaking news is Haaland has signed insane contract that would pay him a lot of money, and he committed his career to 9.5 years. That's where this, assuming City last in the Premier League for 9.5 years. If City had lasted in the Premier League for 9.5 years, it means they've got away with the 115 charges. Um, yeah, that's basically so. that's it from me. I'll probably do a quick summary of a few players. Maybe I haven't been able to watch too much football while traveling, so most of it what I consume is from like reading stuff and everything, and listening to other stuff. But obviously, first, pretty good team doing well. No joke. I think they'll be top four this season. So first players need to be looked at slightly differently. We can't be looking at them as like how we done in the past. Obviously, they're going under the radar. Look at Elanga 6 9 11 6 6 7. It's a really good run. Um, this with the same as well. We keep thinking they're not going to be doing what they're doing, but they continue to perform really well. Fulham Robinson obviously got the two assists, but honestly, I think the initial decision to bench was right because I did feel like they won't keep a clean sheet, and they didn't. However, I'll be playing against Leicester this week. Chelsea, I don't know what to say about Chelsea. They'll create a lot of chances. Palmer will create a shitload of chances. He's gonna be my captain for this week against Wolves. Wolves do give up quite a lot of chances. But ever since the whole title thing question came up, the Chelsea have kind of like stumped. So kind of had to watch and so that. Obviously Brentford, Liverpool next. See what they do. City, Foden, good. The just bad, still bad. Um, yeah, that's basically it. Watkins obviously scored. Now, one thing to monitor with Aston Villa, they did go and sign another striker in Donny Mallon. So, does that mean Watkins is staying at the club and John Duran is leaving, or have they just added squad depth because of the upcoming cup competitions in Europe? I'm not sure. So that's one thing to kind of watch out for in terms of if John Duran goes to another club, maybe he becomes a, assuming he goes to another Premier League club, would become a really attractive option as well. Yes, I did. We'll be saving the remaining transfer for the rainy day or after figure out what to do with JP. Fair enough. Southampton will have to really go for it now. Forest attack essential. Yeah, that's why I've got Chris Wood in. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to keep Jackson another week and go. Should have, would have, should have, could have, would have. We decided to instead go and get Wood instead. Um, so definitely Forest, pretty good. And was a good entry point as well for me to go and get cells in as well because of the Forest fixture for a potential clean sheet if possible. Um, any other fixtures that I kind of wanted to point out? Obviously, Alice is a still pretty decent. Matita, not too bad as well. Um, all the other strikers were scoring except for freaking, and Jackson. Isak is just sensational. Isak, sensational form. Anthony Gordon does well for the minutes as he's getting. Arsenal, bad time at Arsenal. Um, I know they won, but I think Tiger himself will probably accept this. Things aren't looking that great at Arsenal. I think they need to sign someone in the window. I don't know, like attacking, like a striker, proper striker. I don't know what Arsenal are going to do, but they're not looking that great compared to last season. Obviously, last season they got knocked out in all the cup competitions and they went on this amazing run in the Premier League because they just had to focus on the Premier League. Obviously, they're knocked out, most likely going to be knocked out from the League Cup as well. 2-0 down to Newcastle isn't the easiest goal line to try and overturn, which means that they could focus mainly on the Premier League until obviously the Champions League returns, but they have the ability to now focus a bit more on the Premier League. Obviously, injuries don't help as well, but more of the team isn't looking that great. So maybe with more training on the training pitch, with more time to train ahead of games, they might potentially improve and go on this run. So keep an eye out for Arsenal players, but at the moment, not really want to get. Spurs, honestly, Spurs, this Spurs guys, else to say. Uh, Brighton, so Pedro started, Pedro got a yellow. Is what it is. And then United, yes, they won 3-1, but purely down to Ahmad brilliance. Bruno, even with nothing, still managed to get 2 bonus points. But he did play a lot more deeper from the heat maps and everything. So that was a bit disappointing. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say from my side. Let's see how Game Week 22 goes in terms of turns and whatnot. Isak for captain. Ooh, that actually might not be a bad call. Isak against Bournemouth. Could be. I'm going Palmer against Wolves because I think the Bournemouth are a better team than Wolves. So I think Bournemouth will put up a decent fight against Newcastle. But Isak has been on sensational form, and it's not a bad idea. Between Isak and Palmer for me. At present, I've got it on Palmer. Probably put the vice between those two for me right now. Thoughts on assistant managership? Who you leaning towards? So I haven't thought. Here's the thing. Because I have the triple captaincy chip, I'm going to play the triple captain in Game Week 24. So because of that, I haven't given the assistant manager chip too much thought in terms of when to play it. I can see the reasons for wanting to play it in a double game week or like alongside a double game week. The only thing with that is so the doubles are obviously 24. We'll have one in I think 33 and the other one in 36 if I'm not mistaken. So when it comes to those doubles, the upside with the assistant managership is when you take that risk and try and pick a manager who's playing against teams 5 places higher than them in the league. So when it comes to obviously 24, we can kind of predict it's very close by. Comes to game week 33, so 33 and 36 doubles. I don't know. It's hard to tell, right? We won't know what the Premier League table will look like by then, and we won't know if the teams who double in that week, whether their managers will have unattractive fixtures. Two, whether those teams who are doubling, some of them have the fixtures where they're like 5 places below. So only a few teams I can think of based on their current form that may potentially be an option is like you have like Spurs under Ange Postecoglou, United under Amarim. Both of them, because of their current league position and their form, you could kind of expect them to be somewhat mid-table again come game 33, 34. Then maybe you could go, okay, you can put it on them. But like some of the other teams like Bournemouth, um, it's a bit more harder to predict where exactly they're going to be. Whether they'll have enough teams above them in the top five, you think they can beat them, or like even West Ham might actually be not a bad option, given that they have a new manager in Potter, whether he can do well. So we'll have to wait and see like what their fixtures as well. All depends on fixtures, to be honest. With that, this is the managership. Not as easy as saying you need to play it in a double because the double, if the Premier League table doesn't look attractive for the chip, then the cost, like the expected points on the chip goes down as well. So kind of have to monitor and see. But if you don't have a triple captaincy chip, you could play David Moyes against Everton. I mean, in the double. You played safe as well and played on slot, but slot's fixtures aren't the easiest, honest, because they've got um, Bournemouth and Everton away. Wolves is not too bad, but then they got City as well. So it's 3 away games in that 3 game week stretch. I don't know. It's not the most appealing of fixtures for a manager at that price tag, and like with no ability to apply the bonus case scenario as well. Like there's no bonus case scenario. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have a look a bit more into the system manager chip. I haven't paid it too much attention because I haven't had enough time to else well pay too much attention to it. So maybe when I do, I'll let you guys know a bit more. Yeah. Thinking of playing it later on in the season when hopefully a few higher up the table teams are on the beach. That's also a possibility. That's where I'm like kind of where I'm like thinking of this mid-table. Like some teams like in the Premier League, could like United. I think because of the inconsistencies, they might not be higher up, but you can trust them to at least even draw against a few tougher teams. So yeah, we'll see. I'm going to do a minus bringing Elanga for Diaz. Thoughts? I actually don't mind that issue against Southampton as well. I don't mind it. I do not mind it at all. Right, I think I'm going to end it here because I got to go. But I will let you all know tomorrow about a deadline stream. And if I can do one or not. But if not, if you have any questions, put them in the YouTube comments and I'll answer every one of them by the end of the day when I get the chance. So put them in the comments. Try and answer as many as I can. Oh no, I'll try and answer everyone as long as there are many comments in there. And you guys would help me boost the YouTube algorithm as well. If you are new, obviously, and listening to this, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well. And for all you returning subscribers, smash that like button, please, because there's only 2 likes. Now there are 3 likes, so do hit that like button. Roughly what time? Usually we do 2 hours before the deadline, but I don't think I'll be able to do 2 hours before the deadline. So let's say we do 2 hours before the deadline. Maybe let's say 4 hours before the deadline for safety reasons. We will see. Let's say 4 hours before the deadline. We'll see, and I'll let you guys know tomorrow, obviously. Amit, how are you doing? Late for the stream? See you on deadline stream. Yes, I was about to end it. Amit, if you have any questions, put them in the YouTube comments and I'll answer it. But if not, I will see you all tomorrow for the deadline stream. It won't be at the usual deadline stream time. It'll be slightly earlier than the usual deadline stream. So stay tuned, put your notifications on, and as soon as I go live, you guys will get notified. So make sure you have your notifications on. All right, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you all for watching and have a good one.